In tonight's video, I would like to clarify a point from today's earlier video and show some new numbers and also show some proof for some of the allegations that I was making about New York narcissism. There was recently the show called The Five, and I think it actually just might now be getting over with. Jesse Waters said something that literally proves exactly the point I was trying to make. Now, real quick, about all the conspiracy theories, 5G, flat earth, Bill Gates, chemtrails, all this nonsense. You have the right to believe whatever you want to believe. I'm never going to try to change anyone's mind about that. This is America. You have the right to believe whatever you want to. So do I, though. And if I post a video talking about Venezuela or things I found in Antarctica or this, nobody has the right to come to my comment section and inundate it with spam about pet projects, all those little conspiracy theories. I'm not going to defend myself on them, nor am I going to ask anyone to defend themselves. But if my video isn't about that, you accusing me of trying to hide something because it's not about that is not even going to be addressed. I'm not even going to comment. I'm going to delete it and block you and your 500 friends. See, that's the difference. Somebody comes to one of my Antarctica videos, says, you know what? I watched it, I downloaded it, I looked, and I'm just not seeing what you're seeing. Okay, I've got no problem with that. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. You see, that's how I react. That's how a normal person reacts. But all of the conspiracy theory guys, they can't stand for anyone to disagree with them. They can't even stand for other channels to not talk about the thing they think is the most important thing in the world. I don't go there to go to their channels to try to knock them down. I don't go there to try to push my channel. I let my channel stand on its own. But that's not what they do. They send their little minions down into the comment section, and if I didn't have the time to redact and the filter set up the way that I do, the comment section would be nothing but those people. My actual viewers would have no space to conduct any kind of an intelligent conversation. So, that's what I'm talking about there. Not your personal opinion. You can believe whatever you want. But if I'm not talking about 5G, I'm talking about whatever else, we're not going to change the subject to your pet project. We're not going to change the direction of the conversation to fit what the bullies want. Just so we're clear. Now, that having been said, let's take a quick look at the numbers. Let me see if I can refresh this real quick and get the screen to center for me. All right, these are the numbers today. For some reason, I'm having a bit of an issue with the screen. There we go. The ads have absolutely gone haywire because of the lack of advertising revenue these sites are bringing in. All right, so 1.3 million cases, 74,000 have perished in the world, 10,000 only in the United States, 278,000 recovered, almost a million are going to recover. Serious or critical, only 5%, 47,000. Now, let's go back to 7 March, which is almost exactly a month ago. Here are the numbers. Serious or critical condition has dropped from 14% to 5%. The deaths in the United States, and they're reporting this all over Fox, I guess I'll have to go pick it up somewhere and put it down in the comment section, just today crossed 10,000. Now, what was being said at this time, back 7 March? What was being said at this time was that by now there would be hundreds of thousands of deaths. If 200 million Americans get infected and there's a 1% death rate, we could see 2 million dead Americans. And then, of course, they had to back off. Well, okay, well, it may not be, but 20 million Americans for sure, they're going to get it, and 1%, that's still 200,000 people. They're already flatlining in New York. They're already flatlining totals in New York. And we've only just now hit 10,000. We've only just now hit 10,000 people. And they're saying they're at the peak. The hump or whatever, the battle of the mountaintop or whatever Cuomo wants to call it now. There's not going to be 200,000 deaths in this country. There's not going to be 100,000 deaths in this country from this. They're already peaking. Everywhere they said there was going to be some huge hot spot, there wasn't. And talking about the narcissism, by the way, this is from the 5. This is from today. Now, I want you to listen to this 1-minute clip, and I want to see if anybody can actually pick up just how self-involved and deluded this New Yorker is.
You know what that light actually is? The sun. Because in May and June and July, when the sun comes out and it gets hot, you're not going to be able to tell Americans no boating, no baseball, no bars, no beaches. They're going to need to be outside. Some people don't have air conditioning. They're going to not survive inside. They have to be outside. They have to go for a swim. Mothers right now are filing for divorce. They can't take it. You're going to have a phone call from the school saying, you know what? School is going to continue to be canceled. And little Jimmy, who's driving you crazy, can't go to summer camp either. This is going to get really bad really soon once the weather turns nice. And I just hope we have it on the downswing by then. Because could you imagine the task force telling the Jersey Shore, you can't go to the beach, you can't get tan, you can't go out at night? It's going to be Armageddon. So please, if we...
Oh, I see, Jesse. So let me get this straight. When social distancing is easy for you New Yorkers because the weather is shit, everybody in Florida has to fall in line. You see, this is our nice season, Mr. Waters. 82 and sunny during the day, 60, maybe 58 degrees at night, blue skies. This is the time when Floridians love to be out at the beach, love to go out and do things because it's picture-perfect weather. But oh, no. We have to fall in line. We got to do things the New York way, don't we, Mr. Waters? Or we're killing everybody, or we're responsible, or why does your life not matter to me so bad and all this bullshit? Oh, but when the weather gets nice for you guys up there, and somebody says on a nice, sunny, warm, perfect day, you have to stay inside, that's Armageddon. That's when it's time for everyone to rally and stand up to this nonsense. This is exactly what I was talking about in my video earlier. He doesn't realize it's nice in Louisiana. He doesn't realize it's nice in Texas. He doesn't realize it's nice in Southern California, or Arizona, or New Mexico. He doesn't realize the weather is nice anywhere else. Why? Because his whole world is Jersey and New York. And it's only unreasonable to ask people to social distance when it's not him. Or pardon me, when it's him and the weather's nice. Any other time for everywhere else, even though we're not having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people die every day, and nobody even knows anybody who has it, we have to still fall in line with the dictates of New York and D.C. These narcissistic POSs need to be gone. Or we need to, as a country, start working on some type of a plan to stop listening to these people. And I mean tune them out en masse. I have said before, and I will say it again, if it has an R or a D by its name, it's the problem. And the world agrees. The world doesn't have a problem with the rest of us. These two cities over here are the problem. Washington, D.C. and New York. Virtually every case of this in Florida, virtually every case of it can be traced to people coming here from New York once they decided to do their stupid draconian lockdown. See, we're too stupid to figure things out for ourselves that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. This is why states' rights is your only direction. This is why I've said if we're going to save this country, it's going to fall on 50 state governors to do it. And the people of Nebraska are going to have to let the people of Missouri do whatever the hell they want to do and not get involved in it. The people of Kentucky are going to have to let the people of New Mexico do whatever they want to do and not get involved in it. Not your circus, not your monkeys. And you know what I'll leave with? And I wish I would have brought a picture of her up, gosh darn it. This whole Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez thing. Do you know why you even know who she is? She represents this teeny tiny, itty bitty, little tiny fraction of some random place, district in New York. She represents an absolutely small amount of people, but because she was young and she was pretty and she won an upset election in New York, everybody in the country knows about her. And every time she says something, everybody in the country has an opinion. This is a problem. Why does anyone in Texas, Oklahoma, Nevada, Washington State, or Idaho have any opinion about that woman or her opinions on anything? She literally has no power over your life, no influence in your life, other than the big news organizations plaster her all over to pursue their own interests. It's absolutely infuriating to see. She's totally irrelevant. She's irrelevant to most of New York. How much more irrelevant is she to the folks in Missouri, to the folks in Arkansas? I'm sure the people of Florida won't always agree with the people of Tennessee. Wonderful. That doesn't mean we can't find our common ground. We're allowed to have those differences. But the people of Tennessee don't get to throw a temper tantrum about the people of North Carolina not agreeing with them and then go run to the federal government. And I'm just using you guys as an example here. I'm not making any kind of particular statement about either state. They don't get to go run to D.C. and say, you need to force North Carolina to do la 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 la. I'm not saying the people of Tennessee would do that. I'm saying it's an example. And this shit with New York, once again, we now are in a position where a lot of states aren't going to recover from this for years because of their narcissism, their self-involvement, their deluded image that somehow they represent America. So, anyway, I'll have to turn rant off here, but that clip from Jesse Waters, play it again and listen to it. How he thinks the whole country is 38 and rainy. But it would be completely inappropriate if it was 82 and sunny to social distance. You just can't make this shit up. So, I will leave it there. Like, share, subscribe.